Hello, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus Tarot. It'll be a general reading today. I'm doing a lot of general readings recently. It just feels like there are a lot of collective messages going around, and yeah, it feels good to kind of sit down and get that out. So I hope this finds you well. If you are looking for a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. I do hour-long sessions. I also offer shadow work sessions, which involve some combination of guided journeying, readings, movement, that kind of thing, whatever is needed. So let's take a look at what is the overall energy of this reading. What are we here for? The Eight of Swords. I'm hearing blessed and blended. There's something that has you mixed up. So this is either a blessing in disguise or something that you feel like should be a gift, or you're tied up in knots about something. There's some sort of anxiety. Maybe it's hard to put your finger on it. Okay. So there's some kind of situation that you have put yourself outside of. This has been coming up a lot. It's like you chose to walk away from it, but you still get called back into it. And I think it's because it resurfaces as something else. So there's some sort of situation that keeps coming back up, but in a new form. So what is at the root of this difficulty? Something like a commitment or some kind of connection with someone has been, it's like hard to untangle. And even though maybe you left this situation, you're still not untangled. You're still trapped up in it. Moon. Okay, because there's some sort of information you feel like you still don't have. There's something underneath the surface here, this water, this underground current. And I'm getting like, there's like you want to pass through the gate, but you don't know where the gate is, kind of thing. It's a treasure hunt for answers, and you've been looking for these answers for quite some time. I want to say the last 8 months are significant here. Okay, so let's see if we can find out more specifically. Okay, so there's a conversation that hasn't been had. There's like there's a conversation that hasn't been had. I can almost feel you saying, but with whom? You tried to untwist this knot, but it came to a stalemate. It's stuck. You're stuck. You're stuck in this place of like the same conflict playing itself out, the same issues. Okay, so how do we get unstuck? This has been such a theme. I think I have, I don't know how many readings about getting unstuck. Let me know more about what is stuck. How about that? It's a work situation. Okay, so something you've put a lot of work into. Yeah, 8. 8 is very significant. Something you've put a lot of work into in trying to build security for yourself. It's stuck. We have 3 8s so far on the board. It's an infinite tangle. This is a big cycle that you're breaking at this, you know. Yeah, and there's like a clarity. All right, let's cut through the BS. Okay, let's cut through the BS and take a look at what's going on here. You feel wounded from this situation that you chose. So maybe you're stuck in feelings of like in feeling like a victim, or feeling like hopeless. I'm getting hopeless. I'm getting like wallowing. You can't tear yourself away from the fact that you don't know where you're going. Yeah. I'm not really sure, honestly, what to say about this without knowing the specific situation that someone is in, except that there's some sort of self-limitation, and there's some kind of like, it's almost like you feel like things are against you, and that's what's keeping you stuck. So it's the thinking that you're stuck keeps you stuck. Okay. 6. So you've tried to move up to 8, and you need to go back to 6. Go back to the Hermit, go back inside, and figure out what you want to give. Did you ever ask yourself what you want to give in the first place? Or did you just launch into it? So did you just start doing this work knowing that this is sort of like, you know that you can do a certain job, but do you want to? Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you have to do it. You know, it doesn't mean that it nourishes you, but this is like a really generous energy. And we have both 6s coming out here. Everything is stuck beyond the 6. So it's going back to that space of, what was your last victory? When was the last time you felt good about what you were giving or the work that you were putting out? Something is out of balance. It could be, I'm really drawn to the idea, what's coming out is that there's something to do with your intuition. It's like your anxiety comes out as intuition, and then it becomes imbalanced, and your anxiety is more this world of thought. So like, what do you want? What do you want? Not what do you think will get you there? Not what roads you need to take? Not like logical progression, but like, okay, yeah. So everything's telling you to take a break, to step back, to shift your perspective. And I'm getting that you've done this. I'm getting that this has happened. You know, for you've been in that space for quite some time, coming in and out of that space for quite some time. But this is pulling back from community. It's almost like, okay, I have this clarity. I'm going to come back out. But you come back out with the 8, and then it gets twisted. It gets stuck. And you're like, aha, I've got it. And you come back out, and then it gets stuck again. This is the cycle. And so you're shifting between like Hermit and Hanged Man. So what is the gift of the Hermit? Let's take a look at what is the gift of the Hermit for you? But there's definitely like a pulling back here that's advised. The gift of the Hermit. So you see what is you and what is everyone else. Like this like victim energy. The Hermit allows you to see what is you and what is others. You know, from this situation. Like, and it gets you out of this stuck energy, because that stuck energy is mental. And what is the gift of the Hanged Man? This guy. Oh. Okay. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So what you are not trying to grow, and what you are trying to grow from the heart space. The Hanged Man puts you in touch with your heart. What you want to create from that space of fulfillment. Like, her cup is full, she keeps it full. It's got a lid on it, or whatever that is. Like her fulfillment, that energy isn't going anywhere. That emotional energy, she has everything for herself. Anything extra goes to anyone else. She's comfortable with her emotions. She's comfortable with the things that she's had to let go, the seeds that she's planted, or the seeds that didn't grow. You know, like sometimes we work on this, like manifesting, we work on, you know, bringing things into our lives. And then as you move through that, you realize that wasn't for you. That wasn't what you needed. I want to get, what do I want for this? I feel like there's something like, how do you Hermit? How do you Hanged Man? I do have a reading that happened more recently about the Hanged Man. Earlier this week. So you may be able to find that. The Hanged Man. Revelry and indulgence. Interesting. Okay, so the Hanged Man is almost a reflection on your addictions. So when you go into this space of the Hanged Man, this is where you are working on the things that you're, maybe the ways that you're overworking on things that aren't meant for you. But there's also this sort of like why you're stuck creatively. you know, like the ways that your addictions are covering up the, like, holding you back from the work that you want to do. Sorry, everything's coming through so crazily. Let's see if this is clarifying. Okay, this was on the bottom of the deck. I saw this before. Your addictions throw you into, and this can be addictions to thoughts, people, substances, addicted to like TV, anything. This is where you, like the shadow side of water is addiction. So whatever you use to cope or to delay feeling, that's what's here. And again, it puts you in this stalemate. Like it puts you in this, I just keep getting this image of like going back to the beginning. Like in Monopoly, do not pass go. Okay, and the Hermit, the unicorn. So this is good fortune and friendship. We had that come out here. And again, it's like knowing what's yourself and what's what is fortune and what is your action. So if you, let's say, perceive that you had a failure here and you come into this hermit space, you retreat, you reflect, you realize that it's not all you creating the discontent or creating the disconnect or getting yourself stuck. Part of it is that it's not the right time. My overall message. It's not time yet. So whatever you're building, it's not time yet. The key. Locked doors can now be opened. That's what you're looking for, is the key. So let's see. I feel like I need different cards going forward. Let's see. What is the key? We use the pre-Raphaelite. Tell me, what is the key? We are able to know. The Ace of Wands. Whatever ignites your fire. So if you light up, if you get excited when you talk about something, that's going to be a strong indication. I'm getting, oh my gosh. It's new beginnings. It's clarity. It's starting from scratch. And doing it with confidence. Doing it knowing that this is exactly where you need to be. Yeah. So Six of Swords, moving away from things that are not meant for you. Again, this is what I was talking about, where it's like you can be good at something, but it doesn't mean that you're meant to do it. You can have the skills for something, you could be qualified for something, but that doesn't mean that that's what's for you. So the key is moving away from what is not for you. I'm getting really strongly that there is a way that you have seen yourself, and moving away from whatever you're moving away from messes up that image of yourself. Maybe you're caught up in what other people think of you. This is why you have to come inward. This is why you have to come into this like hanged man, hermit. Like, this is incredible, the synchronicities that are coming through in this reading. Like how, even though all of this is kind of murky, it's very clear at the same time. And we have two Ace of Swords. So what is that fresh new idea that's going to pull you up out of this space of living in a reflection of yourself instead of yourself? So living in an image of yourself, an idea of yourself. So maybe you always thought you would be successful in your career, but you've been really drawn to being more of a take a low-key sort of job and focus on your home. And that wasn't what you thought. That wasn't the image that you had of yourself. It doesn't matter. We don't care. We're moving on from that. The key is this new beginning, is this new idea, is from starting from scratch. This could be very humbling as well. It could be that you're going back into training. But once you start putting your energy, start putting your energy into this, it's just going to like explode with the air and the fire there. This is something that is like you've been waiting for a long time. There's this hermit, there's this stasis, there's this being stuck. But once the energy goes into the right place, it's an explosion. So even if that gives you comfort, knowing that that's on its way. Okay, so we have 2 doors for you today. We have the Jude song, a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest of places. Yeah, and I'm really, like, I feel like this is something that, you did not expect for yourself, that you don't see coming. Nomad, the nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap, don't crawl back and hide. I want to get one more. Don't crawl back and hide. I think you've been crawling back and hiding a bunch of times. But what is this? Like, what? Leave me a comment if you find out, if you know. What is this? Offerings. Abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. Share more than expected. This is, this is something that's buried. Share more than expected. There's something to that. Share more than expected. I feel like for some of you, this really does connect to love. It connects to giving to your loved ones, almost like doing something for your loved ones is going to be the key. Like what you enjoy doing for others, what you enjoy doing for your friends or for your family. There's something there. Something really unexpected, something that you do without thinking, that you do just so naturally. I think I'm going to leave it there. Please, again, leave me a comment and we'll talk to you soon.